Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And wow, April really got away from us. We had an incredible event at the Mojang Studio in Seattle, aka Redmond, Washington, and raised so much money thanks to the generous support of this community for Gamers Outreach, helping put video games in children's hospitals. One thing I wanted to highlight before we start this episode, which, I've got this bone here, because the bone shop is still a thing. We are still working on that. But OMG, this bridge, I loved this bridge so much. But when we had our guests visit on the server, I just had to give them the opportunity to see this bridge in action. So let's pop over there before we head to the bone shop. Time reverse skip. So I built this bridge entirely out of blocks that are all gravity blocks or can be destroyed. There's a single block all the way on the opposite side of the bridge that, if removed, will destroy the bridge. Now, it would be very silly to waste an opportunity like that when there weren't, like, a whole bunch of people crossing it simultaneously. So, of course, we would never want to destroy this bridge right now. Pearl, you're one step ahead of me. Oh, dang it. Pearl, stop nudging me. And that's how you HermitCraft. I feel like we got a solid return on investment for that bridge install. However, this shop isn't really going to pay off if we're just selling assorted human bones. Nobody wants to just buy assorted human bones. We need to get the spawner out back here fully constructed so that we can begin renaming all the bones to be anatomically correct and alphabetically sorted. So, with this shell roughly in place, and this new ziggurat of iron, I feel like it is time to begin ripping out the rest of this, get maybe some sort of bubble column or water flow thing. Even if we just have all the zombies driven by a basic water flow into a place where I could hit them with the sword. We don't need a million experience. We just need enough experience to rename, like, I don't know, 15, 20 double chests full of bones. That shouldn't be too bad. Anyway, I need to get on that now. Time skip. Once we rip out the ground below and let the water begin to flow, we can slice and dice the zombies and rename all the bones. I'm feeling pretty good about this, though we're running a little low on glass. 25 glass is not going to be enough to get us where we need to be here. So I am going to run back to my theater and grab some stuff from storage so that we can begin fully encapsulating and underflowing this zombie spawner. Let's get going. Time skip. Our spawner is illuminated, and so we bring the nightmare glass to bear, enclosing it more fully down there. We need to punch out that torch and grab what's in those chests. But basically, I've done the rest. We have water columns and water flows, and the zombies, they know where to go. They'll just follow the hydrogen, the oxygen, the whatever, man. It'll all end up where it needs to. I've got a little redstone funnel thing. What do you call it? A hopper that they're going to drop onto. And, yeah, this should all work, I think. Now, we are going to kind of enclose ourselves in here and then take the water flow out. So I'm hoping it works. And I'm hoping that the redstone lighting system I have is fully functional. So there we go, enclosing that, punching out that torch. Okay, we're doing well so far. We're just going to grab everything that was in here. Got some pumpkin seeds, leather, coal. There we go. And then we can break that. Actually, we can just break this one too, because everything that falls will go down the water stream here, and then eventually end up down here, where it'll get jostled up this way, past the beacon, and then down into there. So we can hop right out. There. That is looking good. And yeah, some tinted glass ended up in there already. Okay, let's test this. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm realizing my travel plans around this area, I still haven't mapped that out. That's TBD. There we go. I'm immediately hearing zombies. So if we stand here, we've got our beautiful extra brickwork from the chimney. That's locally sourced material, y'all. Locally sourced brickwork from the chimney. Can we see if these guys are actually... It's so dark in there, which, I mean, is the objective of the process. I'm hearing them. Okay, that sounds good. So there... Okay, so we've proven the babies won't be able to escape. And then everything just goes into there. Oh, but I'm not getting the experience. Whoops. We need to fix that. Yeah, I guess we could just put a carpet on top of that. And then maybe collect the experience by standing right here. That should work. Actually, no, we don't want the carpet. We just want to pull it straight through there. Yeah. Okay, I think this should work. Let's give it a minute and figure that out. Yep, they are definitely falling down and getting clowned. This is a successful experience gathering machine. I've made some good progress on the build so far, but I need to run back to my base real quick to grab some stuff. I'm sure that nobody will interrupt me while I try to make a 30-second run to my base to gather materials. Time skip.
Do you have a moment to talk about finances here on HermitCraft?
You scared
have
me.
You been taken care of for your financial needs? Have you invested today in your diamond portfolio?
I have not invested today in my diamond portfolio, although my bone shop is already generating diamonds. Also, you scared me so bad when I came through the portal, I fell through the dock.
Doc,
let me get out of the water.
I want to take the diamonds you have made in your bone shop and invest it in your future.
I love my future.
And just think, Joe. Where am I hearing delightfully whimsical music coming from? It's really throwing me.
It is.
Do you hear it, or is that just me?
I don't hear it. Do you have like another tab open?
I think I did.
Do you have like 72 hours of carousels running on?
The music that was playing was straight up carousel music. I don't know where it was coming from, but I closed all 25 tabs I had open and it stopped.
Well, somewhere a few spinning horses are going to miss you, Scar.
Probably. But Joe, just to let you know, very soon on this server, there's going to be a place to securely store your diamonds for your future.
Ooh. I would like to have my future secure. So, what do I need to do to invest in this place?
Give me your word. You'll trust me with your diamonds.
I can't just give you my diamonds. I'll trust you with my word.
Wait, what did I say? Did I dyslexia something up?
No, you said it right. It just doesn't make any sense.
Trust me, Joe. I will protect your greatest investment, and that's your diamonds.
Okay. I trust you, Scar. How many
It'll
diamonds
be secured
do I
in
need
the
to
most
buy
precious of vaults. Keycard access. High-tech technology.
Ooh. I don't want low-tech technology. At that point, we might as well just be like throwing technology out the window and using magic or, you know, something else.
That's true. That's true. I see you have one of these delightful pictures over here, Joe.
Yeah.
I see you have quite a few of these delightful pictures.
Yeah, so somebody left them as a gift. I don't like that they cropped out Cleo, but, you know.
I know, Cleo's cropped out. Like, I just realized that. I guess I haven't looked at it close enough. Yeah, poor Cleo's cropped out. I'm going to say this. I'm pretty sure the camera took a picture of a screen to make the Polaroid of this. So it's... Pearl reminds me of somebody's just like, I'm not part of this.
Yeah, Pearl looks like me in a lot of pictures. I love it.
So funny.
Yeah, I'm not good at photographs. I'm always in motion, and so I always come out slightly blurry.
It's true.
It's not great.
I mean, you were wearing a turtle shell, and you were wearing rollerblades.
Scar, you know, I will say, on some level, you inspired me. I thought about this. I was like, I want to roll around the Microsoft office. Are they going to let me? And I was like, you know what? Scar's been doing this, and they never stopped him. I can roll around the Microsoft office, too.
Exactly. Dude, that's the same mentality I need to have when it comes to the dunk tank. I need to have a no is yes mentality and send it.
I think so. Like, here's the thing, is they could have just put an inflatable pool around the dunk tank indoors to catch any splash. Like, there's nothing stopping us from... Okay, I looked at their sink. We could hook a hose up to that and run it into the dunk tank to fill it.
Exactly.
A lot of this is just how long can somebody else keep Anthony busy? And we're all professional monologuers. There's nothing between us and success here. Except ourselves. We just gotta stop doubting ourselves.
Exactly. It's funny you say about the sink, because I was talking to the set team, and she was like, well, if Microsoft doesn't have a hose or they won't let us use their water, we can bring in a water truck. And I'm like, I'm sure what we could do is we could get a bucket brigade. You don't
even need a bucket brigade. They have a real shower, right? And it's pretty close to the atrium. I could carry 5-gallon buckets of water myself to fill a dunk tank. It would take way too much time to be a good idea, but I'm looking at that and I could just do it. Badger says, what about draining it? That's a Microsoft problem. Okay. Draining this is we don't care about that. But I could get that water in there. And, honestly, who was really enthusiastic was Jono. I bet if I said, Jono, I'm carrying a bunch of 5-gallon buckets of water, he'd be like, oh, I'm in. What are we doing?
Of course.
Yeah. 40 pounds each, let's go.
That's his workout for the day.
Yeah, he'd be hype. I gotta say, bringing in Jono and Ollie this year was amazing. And we used them almost to their full potential. Carrying 5-gallon buckets of water with me, though, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be maxing out. Peak Ollie and Jono and Joe Hills.
My favorite thing that Jono said was, I got up really early to take a workout, and I thought the hermits would be there, and nobody was there. It's so fun. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I was ready for a workout. None of the hermits were there.
Okay, here's the thing, is if the hotel had an indoor pool, I would have
Did that hotel we stayed at have an indoor pool?
Well, technically, it had a room that was labeled pool, and it had a sign saying, apologies, our pool is currently undergoing maintenance. And when I asked about that, I was like, so when's this maintenance going to be done? Is that a half hour, 2 hours, maybe when I come back at the end of the day? And they're like, no, it's more indefinite. And I'm like, so if I come back in June, they're like, maybe? Okay. And so, but they did offer, we have a sister hotel that if you want to travel to, which would be on my own dime, I'd be, getting a lift or whatever to another hotel.
Yeah.
You can use their indoor pool. And I was just like, you know what? No, thank you. I might have gone to float in a pool at the end of the day to decompress, right? Yeah. But or in the morning, do a few laps to kind of wake up. But I'm sorry, I'm not getting on a treadmill.
Jono's out there just pumping iron. Where's all the hermits?
Oh, that's not so how I live, Scar.
I want to know where the sister hotel was. Was that just over Bellevue, Redmond, Seattle?
I mean, it could have been on the ocean for all I know. It could have been a 30-minute drive, but they're like, don't worry, we'll make sure that you can get in with your key card. And I'm like, will you, or am I going to get there and they're going to say, what? Those people are crazy. Our pool's been out for 6 months.
Oh yeah. Nobody on that other end knows anything about that. They're going to get confused. It's going to be a whole thing. Oh my God.
I don't have time for that. I was looking forward to, I miss living in an apartment complex that had a pool where I could just get done with work or take a break from work and just go float and just decompress. That to me is just one of those things that just really helps me reset and then attack things again, strong.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I had a great time this weekend. I shouldn't harp on the negatives, but yeah, if Jono had been in the workout room, I would have seen him on my way to the pool, though, because the door was right next to the workout room.
Yeah. I don't even know where the workout room was. I have no idea. The event was great. Jono and Ollie were great. That was a good addition to the lineup. The music group, I feel like was such a hit. I feel like it was underutilized, quite honestly.
Yeah. Well, and I think part of the problem is I signed up for too many. I signed up for so many events this time. I barely got any time in the music room.
Yeah.
Like, so next year, I told Grian, like, I've done Hermit Master twice, and it's my favorite thing ever. But like, I want everybody to have a chance to do this. So next year, I'm going to sit out of Hermit Master. So I said, if you need me for like helping out with any sort of setup or any of the tasks, you need somebody to like hand people things or do something, like put me in, coach. But otherwise, like, so that'll be some extra time for me for the music room, at least.
Just sign up again. Just sign up. Just send it. Never ever again will we put MCC, or not MCC, we'll put bingo on the last day, the most exhausting thing of the entire event, on the last segment of the last day. Oh my god, that needs to go on day one, because I don't know about you, but bingo was the most exhausting I've ever felt playing Minecraft.
That was okay. I will say
that was fun, but oh my god,
that was partially the most exhausting thing. But I did have a very large personal victory for myself. So Jono and I were terrible at this game. One thing that we did find, though, was a command block that was used for testing when they were building the game. And so while blindfolded, I explained to Jono, or I told Jono how to craft a lever so we could place the lever on top of the command block, which I had no way of knowing what it... Okay, there's a very fancy looking box ahead of us, so just keep holding W.
I like the sound of that, Joe. Is it shiny?
It is. Okay, so stop. I'm assuming there's something in the middle, so let's just keep breaking it and see if there's something inside of it. So you got to hold it down. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Am I hitting it?
Yeah, you're hitting it. It's just taking forever to break.
I thought I had biceps.
Oh, okay, there's something... Oh, apparently this is... Okay, go move down. Okay, now I want you to right-click. Okay. Can you open your inventory? Press E. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to move the mouse down. Stop. Okay, I want you to move it left. Stop. Okay, I want you to, I think, right-click. Let's see it. Okay, good. Now, I want you to move the mouse diagonally up and right. Okay. Now just up. Stop. Okay. Now, I want you to use your left mouse button.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Okay. Now I want you to move the mouse down.
She got the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Everybody was looking at her.
Okay. Stop. Okay. Now I want you to move it to the right. To the right. Now I want you to left click. Okay, now move it up. Stop. Now move it to the left.
To the left.
Stop. Okay, I want you to left click again. Okay, now I want you to move your mouse to the right. Okay, stop. I want you to click that. Now I want you to move the mouse down.
Joe, what are we doing right now?
We are crafting. Move the mouse down.
I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, I know. Crafting is going to be the hardest part of this. Okay, you need to move it left a little bit. Okay, down. Okay, now click again. Okay, now press the escape button. Okay, now, do you know where the 9 is? So the 5 has a bump on it. That's 5 right there with the bump. Okay, now, I need you to move the mouse. Oh God, you were so close. Okay, move the mouse back into the, to the right a little bit. Right. Okay, now I need you to hold Shift. No, that's not Shift. That was the Windows key. Okay, now we need you to hit Escape. Okay, now you need to hit Escape again.
There we go. We got it.
Okay, now Shift is under your pinky now. Hold Shift. And then move the mouse up. Okay, stop. A little bit to the right. Stop. Okay,
And then I think you need to right click. Let's try that. Right click. Okay, good. Now right click again. Okay, now strafe to the right. Strafe to the right. To the right.
Is that all right?
Okay, no. You're off your WASD. So yeah, there. Now you're strafe to the right. Okay, we summoned something by doing that. Now move to the right. Okay, we're in good shape here. You created a house with a chest in it. There might be good stuff in it.
I made a house?
You made a house.
I mean, I'm not surprised,
You crafted
Joe.
a house.
I know you sound surprised.
This is-
I'm not surprised, Joe.
I didn't know what I didn't know what that crafting recipe was.
You know,
gonna do in
you
this
can
context.
get a lot done with one eye, Joe. You'd be surprised.
You are
know?
doing amazingly well.
I'm like, I basically had him build a lever and flip the lever, and it started spawning a village around us.
That's so funny.
And I was just like, this is peak Minecraft. This is the sort of emergent gameplay that makes Minecraft amazing, you know? Like, but every other part of that, like, one of the things that wore me out was I wasn't even worried. I was like, I don't care what's on the screen. Jono, give me the directions about what's on the screen. But also, Jono, read my chat to me. I don't know what the chat thinks. I want to know what, like, I'm a performer who can't hear the audience right now. And, like, that was what was messing with me, was that I couldn't be funny or respond to the stream reactions, you know?
Yeah. It the bingo was fun. It's just I think it should be earlier. And then for Nox Crew to allow us to have an MCC was really fun. And also one of my concerns was making sure that the message of why we're here, why we're doing this, is also in MCC. So make sure we're still, you know, shouting out to charity, fundraising and stuff. So to add the fireworks, to add all that extra fun to it, and on top of that, to make MCC have a little bit of HermitCraft in it was really cool. And they turned that around so fast, and everything worked flawlessly. So shout out to Nox Crew for putting that on. That was fantastic.
I loved my team, and I loved that the MCC gave us the opportunity to not only bring in all of the hermits, but also to bring in people like Jamal and Tanisha, who wouldn't necessarily have been people that we could afford to bring to the event. But, like, you know, I understand that, like, yeah, they've got younger audiences who don't necessarily have the same money to give to the charity, but, like, we're building something here we want to do for a while. You know, the people in their audiences are going to keep coming back, hopefully, and, you know, they'll have better jobs, and they'll pay off their student loans, and, you know, I would love to keep doing this event 10 years from now. And, like, if we don't bring in those younger people, we're not building that in the right way. And I really got a sense that what we did with that MCC was lay a foundation for the future, and I loved that.
Yeah. I haven't got to talk to anybody because I have this other thing I'm getting ready for, so it's been a bit of a chaotic time. But I want to talk to, like, XB, Corrales, Wells, and Hypno, and well, Zuma's actually done quite a few MCCs, but I just think of him as like, oh, that's right, because he wasn't there. But anyway, like, you know, how did they enjoy it? Like that must, you know, they were all new to MCCs, and I already know Mumbo had a great time. So it's like,
yeah, that was my first MCC, and I had an amazing time. My whole team was great. Cam coached Jamal and I because it was our first MCCs.
Cam's wonderful, isn't he?
Oh, fantastic. And, like, we were third place going into the final game, and then Cam lost internet, and we got knocked down to, like, 8th.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah.
dang.
And so Cam was, like, beating himself up, like, you know, we had a shot at Dodgebolt, and I screwed it. I'm like, we were only third going into the final game because of your coaching. You got us that far, and it's okay that it fell apart because, like, this is a fun charity event. But also, please invite Jamal, Ollie, and I back on a team with you, and we're going to prove how good that we are, and we're going to win next time, okay? Like,
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like, so unfortunately, yeah, we dropped from third significantly on the final game, Grid Runners. But, like, we might have had a shot at Dodgebolt. Like, we were really, like, Jamal, Ollie, and I all have, like, a really compatible energies. Like, we're all high energy, but weird in different ways, you know? And Cam, like, was, like, the kind of the compass of the team where he's like, okay, we're doing this. We're going here. We're doing this. He was, like, the morning of the event, I was trying to leave my hotel room, and I was on a call with him and Jamal, and he's showing us stuff on Discord. And I keep saying, like, okay, I got to go get the shuttle. And he's like, yeah. You absolutely need to be at the event on time. But also, you need to pay attention to this thing I'm about to show you right now, and maybe you can be a few minutes late for the event.
That I was amazed how much people were practicing. That's awesome. That's
Well,
awesome. Like, I came in the PC room a couple times, and people are like doing the Terra Swoop maps like over and over, and I'm like, dude, I'm glad you guys have time to practice. Like,
Yeah.
what the heck? So you had Ollie, right? So it was Ollie, Cam, Jamal, and you, right?
Yeah, it was a fantastic team. Like, I feel
Okay,
we had a really good energy. We were really coming in strong, and yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah. Cam kind of reminds me of like the British Mr. Rogers a little bit. Very calm. Like, he just kind of gets off like a British Mr. Rogers vibe.
Fair enough. He was a bit of a he was a bit aggressive as a coach, but like, we needed it. You know, we were trying to get caught up because some of these people had been in several MCCs, and Jamal and I had been in none. You know.
Yeah. All of them have been in quite a few now at this point. Yeah. So overall that was great. Like, I had so much fun. Like, I had botched it in like a few of the events in the like bingo and a few others because I just like walking around and seeing the world and then seeing Scarlet. I was like, everybody slow down, take your time, enjoy the park. Why is everybody rushing around? But yeah, no, that was cool. So
yeah, it was so cool seeing Scarland again. Oh, I jumped immediately into the first pit though because I was like, there was never a pit here in the real Scarland. I was running on muscle memory.
Oh, 100%. The same with Metro Mayhem. Like, I was pretty good at Metro Mayhem. Like, I had third place in that. And so every time I'm doing like a complex jump and I realized like, oh, people are just walking through the door. There's actually not the barricade that was there in the actual game that you had to jump over all these things to get through. It turns out they just opened the door and I'm like, oh my God. I was like throwing my hands up in the air. I'm like, don't go off muscle memory at Metro Mayhem. That was a fool's errand.
Yeah.
But it's still fun. Like, I had a blast, and I want to do it again so much. I hope they consider putting that in a future MCC because Impulse did such a good job, and then they added their Nox Crew magic, and it all worked out really good.
It's not like Metro Mayhem 2 is going to be done between now and the 2027 charity event if we do one, you know. So I feel like having that event come back. You know, they've already got the map. Like, let's do it. I hope that was worth their time. Because, like, I know they spent a ton of time setting that up. But, like, it was amazing having that be part of the event. Having every single Hermit live participating in the same thing at the same time. Being able to bring in so many other cool people from the Minecraft community. Like, to me, in some ways, the MCC was, like, the peak of the potential for this whole weekend. Like, it's HermitCraft. It's the broader Minecraft community. It's fun, it's creative, it's experimental. I loved it. I loved it so much.
It all came together so good. That's why I'm glad we brought up all the good positives and all the fun, because it was awesome. And there's so many more fun things we can do with it in the future. And seeing how much the audiences enjoyed it, seeing how much the audiences now, I mean, you know, it's kind of like, it's sad to know that people are utilizing the carts, but also like, I'm glad they're being utilized. If that makes sense.
Well,
you know,
I
like
mean,
we hear a lot of people in the audience talking about, you know, seeing them when they've been in the hospital. It's like, oh, I wish you were in the hospital, but I'm glad the cart's there.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things like, statistically, there's always going to be sick kids. Like, no matter, even if we solve one thing, there's going to be something else. Like, it's good to have a plan for when kids are sick. And being a part of that, I feel like that's a good thing, you know? Yeah, so it's like, I try to focus on the positive that we're doing, you know?
Yeah, so it's cool to see more and more, like, people seeing them in the wild and interacting with them and stuff, and that's cool. And I think, you know, I've said this before, but it's such a cool thing that our first charity event was able to allow Gamers Outreach to be an international charity, to fund their new designed cart that could be shipped to more countries easily, more accessibly, instead of being on a pallet on a ship. Instead, they could pack in a box. They could go, in a ship or on a plane, whatever. It's it's cool like that first stream allowed kind of like opened the door, and then the last 3 have allowed them to go all over the place. Like seeing the HermitCraft carts in Japan and Taiwan and South Africa and Mexico, and seeing all those carts like appearing, like a whole bunch of them went to Australia, New Zealand, and it's really cool to see them just start like popping up all over the place, which is awesome.
Absolutely. Like our whole community is global, and so it's great that our impact can be global. You know, and
I mean, that was a conversation we had with them at the beginning, was like, you know, if we raise, you know, some money, because we had no assumption that we would raise what we did, but like we're like, can we, you know, send some of these carts to the countries that the hermits represent? And they're like, we can do that. And they did it. Like we sent them their first ever carts to the UK, to Germany, to Sweden. They already had one in Canada, but we were able to like send them to a lot more locations in Canada. First time in Australia, just out of, you know, in 2022. So now seeing like all of the additional countries popping up on the radar is really cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see where we can send them next. I've been creating a list of, you know, I really love Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. That's where my kid went for surgery in the past. But like, also I know, you know, we're part of a bigger thing. So, you know, I've been talking to people I know to get suggestions, and I've got some great suggestions about where I'm going to try and send some more carts this year. And I can't wait until they get there. Plus, if they go to hospitals near people who I know, then I have an excuse to go visit people I know when we go check out the carts, you know? So, you know.
Yeah. Yep. I can't wait for next year, Joe.
It's going to be amazing.
It's gonna be fun. All right, Joe. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, alrighty. Bye, Scar. Good luck with your
Bye.
bank. I'll bring you some diamonds. I think that's why you were here. Thank you. You know, Scar, last night when we were standing out in the rain talking for 45 minutes, everybody's like, why didn't you bring Scar into the studio and just have him sit on the couch? You could just talk to him from your desk. And I'm like, it's fresh air. I don't know, man.
Have a seat, Joe. Welcome to Scar Talk, late night radio. Joe, you're coming off of
you gotta
stellar
do the music
performance
first.
at Hermit Master. Tell us about your performance, Joe.
Well, I like to bring a certain flow into everything I do, and there's nothing like rollerblades for flowing through the halls of the Microsoft campus. So, you know, that's a lot of what I did. I came in, I tried to roll the competition, couldn't quite clinch the victory, but I at least got to roll through the halls.
Joe, how did the turtle shell do in the auction? It was quite funny seeing you skate around the arena with your turtle shell outfit.
So, I actually bought that turtle shell outfit in a tent in a parking lot. Somebody asked me, where could I get one of those? And I'm like, boy, I couldn't tell you, because that tent is gone. It's like one of those mystery shops that becomes a brick wall, except it's just, you know, asphalt on the ground now. So yeah, that, to my knowledge, that shirt that I put up to auction might be the only version of that shirt in existence. Especially because the people who had the tent said that they had, like, acid bleached or something. Like, the texturing on it, they had added. So, yeah, unique shirt, and it went for at least a couple $100. I think I paid $40 for it up front, and I only wore it 2 or 3 times before auctioning it, so, yeah, pretty well.
Solid.
You heard during the show, Joe, that you brought a very interesting object that fit in your pocket. Can you tell us more about what that was?
That was an 8-track tape that was modified by my sister Quinn with my own face and the names of some of my songs to make it look like we were selling 8 tracks as part of an April Fool's prank video.
I'll say this, Joe. That was my mom's favorite part of Hermit Master when you brought that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did she bid on it?
I don't think she bid on it, but...
Did you bid on it for her because you're a good son, Scar?
I didn't know. She told me later how much she liked that. She's like, oh, I haven't seen those in forever.
What was it, like Joe Hills sings Joe Hills, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe Hills sings Joe Hills Volume 1 was what we put in the Hermit Master, yeah.
Yeah, my mom, that was her favorite part of Hermit Master when he pulled those out.
I need a Joe Hill's Christmas album.
You know, we tried doing that one year. The video is still up on YouTube. And it is probably the worst thing I have ever sang. It's our own passive aggression. Sha la 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 la.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a reason that I don't link to it every year. because yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. You know who's got some pipes? Leo. Singing their heart out in the music room. It was awesome.
Yeah, I had so much fun in that music room. I need to expand my range, though. I can basically only do We Didn't Start the Fire, and everything else sounds terrible.
Stay Red, China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio, Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker, Television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Rosenberg's H-bomb, Sugar Ray, Pam, John Brando, the King and I, and the Catcher in the Rye, Eisenhower vaccine, England's got a new queen, Marciano, Liberace, Santa, and a good pie. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, so we tried to fight it.
I went so high that we could have done this way lower.
We could have done this anywhere, man.
I'm gonna lower this by like 3.
We didn't light it, but we tried to fight it.
Cub's just building a whole parkour course over here.
Yeah, apparently.
Let's go.
Joe, how do you
First
feel of your
time.
stage being turned into a parkour race?
I mean, this is really what it's for. So, Cub, if you actually wanted to make like an American Gladiator style parkour event in here, one, you know, and like have Hermits on to compete or something, that's what this space is for. Just something where you're like, oh, I just need to build the set. I don't want to build a whole shell, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Hear me out. Next year at the charity event, we do American Gladiators, but scars on the tennis ball cannon.
Wait, what?
Okay, Scar, you could shoot a tennis ball cannon at me. I would be 100% okay with that.
Yeah. Dude,
We have to call it a
next year?
tennis
Oh
ball
my God.
blaster, though.
You know those like
The
Gatling
tennis ball
gun Nerf
blaster.
guns?
My bad.
Bar makes it. Let's go.
That's like the third time he's made it.
I'm on a loop.
You're on a loop. How many
Just had to
times in
do
a row?
some eating so I could continue my loop.
Is that? Oh, that's the cookie I gave you in the Nether tunnel. Enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I was big hungry.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Bumpo would have fun if he went.
See, we need just like a every hermit shows up and builds a parkour like this, right?
mm-hmm.
And then you're. No, Joe!
Did you make it, Joe?
No.
I thought I was holding shift. I went to back up for the final jump, and I just walked off the back of the
That
wall.
was so close. Guys, I think I gotta call it. I gotta call it.
Same. I'm getting extremely hungry.
Huh?
Yeah.
Joe, are you gonna be live
You've
for a
been
while?
streaming for
Yeah,
7
I'm going
hours.
to be
I looked at
streaming
your
for
stream.
another hour and 15 minutes, so.
Well,
Okay.
you're about to get raided by both of us, so
All right,
Sounds
see you
good.
guys.
Yeah,
See you later.
Thanks for hanging out.
I'm gonna go say goodbye. See you guys later. It was good chatting.
See you guys
How do I
later.
get out of here, anyways?
Yeah, follow me, Jeff. There's a fire exit back this way. Probably
Ooh,
the
fire
easiest way
exit,
out.
okay. Is the alarm gonna go off though?
No, I actually just left it open because, you know, with Scar here,
That's not
you never
safe.
know how quickly you'll need to get out of the building.
That's fair. All right, see you guys later.
Bye, Jeff. Looks like Cub is about to teleport away using his little office teleporter there, but we have work to do too. So let's go grab some more bones from down below and start working on the 12-foot skeleton in the front yard of our shop. Time skip. That was fun palling around with Cub and Scar and Jev, but we got work to do. One such piece of work I have already begun has been bone mealing this cozy little curve here. So I feel like that adds like a splash of color that will really help us as we develop the details on this build. One detail I've already got in on the interior is alphabetization of the bones. Look at this. Distal phalanges, yes please. Ethmoid bones, and how. Plus a diamond already. Wow, our first sale. Apparently false symmetry swung through. Bought a stack of bones. We have a lot left to do in terms of wallpapering and decoration, but the core functionality of the store is in. Now, if we're going to name this store the 12-foot skeleton in my front yard, though, we need to actually build a 12-foot skeleton in my front yard. So, let's go grab some of those distal phalanges and get going on this. Actually, I'm just kidding. We're not going to use distal phalanges to make the entire skeleton. That would be silly. We're actually going to make the entire skeleton out of hip bones. There we go. So here we go. Swinging through with an armor stand. One in each hand if I flip that over there. Okay, so we're going to need arms. So we're going to swap the leg bone onto the head like a little bow tie there. Then we're going to turn it. Nope, not that way. Nope, not that way. Yep, just like that. And then we'll scale that leg bone up. Maybe not quite that much. There we go. I feel like a leg bone that's about that big should get us roughly where we need to be in terms of height for this thing. What I should do is I should pull out one of my old drawing charts that shows like how many heads tall different parts of the body are. Because I don't have a proportional scaling of bones in my spreadsheet I use to alphabetize those. Howdy, Etho.
Howdy, Joe. How's it going?
I'm just working on my bone shop.
Oh, okay. I was nearby. I thought I'd say hi.
Oh, well, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I've got a 12-foot tall skeleton in the front yard that I'm working on here.
That's awesome. Oh yes, you got the spinal cord and everything.
Yeah. I'm going to put the ribs in next. I was kind of figuring out how far out the chest needs to go. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, the ribs are going to be tricky.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, like, make multiple bones, each rib bone. But, you know, part of the premise of this is I'm building the entire thing out of femurs, and I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks cool.
Thank you. The interior isn't done yet, but if you do need to buy any bones, we've got them alphabetized already. So, like, mandible, maxilla, malleus, metacarpal bone of the little finger, you know, all that sort of stuff is in the M box.
Right. Uh-huh. I think the only one I know is femur.
Well, that's going to be in the F box.
Is there any that start with a U, Joe?
Ulna?
Oh, okay.
I've learned so much about bones. It turns out there's no reputable online source that has an alphabetized list of bones because everybody who actually studies bones sorts them by like parts of the body, you know? And so I had to go find reputable sources, take all of their bones, put them in a spreadsheet that I call human bone spreadsheet, and then alphabetize them.
Oh my goodness. The only thing I know is like the foot has the most, right?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of distal carpal or distal phalanges, metacarpals. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in the foot.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Back
like I said,
area?
Still plenty of room to decorate, and then this is going to connect to the behind the arrow shop.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, so if you come back here past this zombie spawner that I've been using to get the experience to name all the bones.
There's a zombie spawner here?
Yep.
You got
I
a
just
little
stumbled onto it.
secret base back here.
Yeah, that was pure luck that was there. And then here's the back of the observers and stuff for the bow and arrow shop. Or just
that's
just
the
arrows.
scaffolding you're using for the
Yeah.
updates. Cool. I guess you can use the scaffolding for refilling too, eh? You can climb up it.
Yeah, the thing is you can only see half of them from behind because the observers are blocking the other half. But it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Cool. I'll let you get back to it.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Good luck, Etho.
Yeah.
Oh, woo, spooky. Ah.
Thank you for indulging me. Joe, that's really cool. And I'm not procrastinating at all from my responsibilities at all. Like I'm totally, completely not procrastinating, but this is really cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I've got an actual skeleton, an actual plastic Halloween skeleton in the studio with me, and I'm measuring with a ruler the ratios of the bone sizes.
Do you have a measuring tape too? Just like pull it out.
Just a ruler. I mean, yeah.
Just a ruler. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that looks cool. Is this the 7-foot tall skeleton you were talking about the other day?
Well, it's going to be 12 foot tall. So the
12 foot now.
Yeah, because 4 of these.
Oh, it's always been
blocks.
12.
Yeah.
I put this sign here.
I saw that. You feel tall now.
Yeah, I feel tall. If I'm standing here, this is what I should be around.
6
foot here?
Yeah, that's about 6 foot.
Okay. Well, I guess that's just how tall I am in real life. I don't feel tall anymore.
Oh.
Okay.
You don't
Now I'm
happen to have any
disappointed.
skeleton skulls, like Minecraft heads of skeletons, do you?
No. Dang, that was last season. I had a bunch.
Yeah, because I'm still going to have to get one at some point to actually put a lid on this guy.
Oh, yeah, you will need one up at the top there. But yeah, unfortunately, that was last season. I had abundance of zombie and skeleton heads for the zoo.
Gotcha.
But this looks really cool, Joe.
Thank you.
Now we got Corrales over there with the Roman Legion camp. And then soon, Joe, just envision out as I point like Woody in that Toy Story meme. There's going to be a new shop up in the sky. Some say a planet.
A planet? Wow.
A planet.
Like Saturn? Will it have rings?
If I have time and I stop procrastinating.
I can't wait to see it.
All right, Joe. Thank you for indulging my procrastination.
You're welcome. Bye, Scar. I'm pretty happy with my progress so far on the 12-foot tall skeleton in my front yard. However, the realization that the only way to get skulls is to find an ancient city, which in America is an oldtopia, but in England would be an oldtropolis. We're basically left with having to wrap this episode up here and then come back to that with some other pals another day. I feel like also I want to get the arms and feet in a more natural pose before I put the hands and toes in, because those are going to be a pain. If we got a whole bunch of bones for the toes, we don't want to be rearranging the legs. Right now, we are basically working on the skeleton of our skeleton, and then we'll add detail later. The spine is staying exactly where it is, and I will make no changes. If this skeleton was going to be looking slightly that way, we should have figured that out earlier from a spinal standpoint. But I've also started decorating a little bit in here. I found there's a few bone-related paintings in the game, so we put those in the shop. This whole shop, tons of room for improvement on that as well. We're going to need to make green wallpaper for some of these walls, but I've got a plan for that as well in our mapping district. So don't worry, we have plenty of room for improvement on all this. But before we do that, let's head to our credits room in the studio. We saw a lot of other hermits this episode, but one thing we didn't see was pre-roll ads, thanks to Patreon patron Mr. Lance. Thanks, Mr. Lance. We also didn't see any mid-roll ads, thanks to Patreon patron Salem. In lieu of those mid-roll ads, I will now present a poetry prompt of my own devising, and you can write a poem about it and put it in the YouTube comments section below. Today's poetry prompt is Femur Dream. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.